Good morning, everyone. This is Rafe Gal. This is our Pokemon Shield Nuzlocke, and we are, after much hemming and hawing and preparation, going to actually deal with the gym. This is the last gym. This is the Dragon Gym. It is a really cool section. Okay, Leon's very proud of himself. He took down a bunch of Dynamax Pokemon. We're wondering about why there's power spots right outside Hammerlocke, where the weird power plant is that Bede was gathering wishing stars to power. I'm sure it's unrelated. Chairman called to know about the red light and the Dynamax. The red light and the darkest day might be connected randomly. Yeah, we'll help. Okay. Go win the gym challenge. Yep. Let's do it. So, Hop hasn't even dealt with Piers yet. This is the final gym. Okay, so hopefully we'll be able to get enough levels throughout this. Like I said, we're going to use our rare candies at the end. I think we talked to this one. Nope, I'm wrong. The level ball. Lower level than your own Pokemon. Okay. That's possibly useful. So, this is my favorite gym. This is my favorite gym for a couple reasons. One, because Raihan is weird. I like Raihan because he is weird. He's like obsessed with social media. It's a neat... What the heck's going on? Okay. It's a neat thing. It's a little different. Not even 10, alright. Okay, 3 double battles. So you have to show off brilliant combinations of Pokemon. And I like the fact that he actually does that. So each of his trainers that he has with him have the ability to, yeah, like he said, try and gain advantage. And the way they do that is with weather. So, first one is rain. We have to deal with a water type and a dragon type. And the dragon type, so Pelipper automatically causes drizzle that makes it rain. And Sliggoo is a dragon type that has a special ability where it ignores status effects as long as it is raining. So they kind of play off of each other in a really cool way. So we are going to Thunderfang here. Good. Check out Pelipper. And we're going to hope that Terra can one-shot this Sliggoo with Moonblast. Awesome. Got a level on Dora. Got a level on Jared, which would be nice, because that'll be good going into the next fight. I'm hoping that all of our Pokemon are powerful enough that we can take these fights out in 1 or 2 rounds, and I'm hoping that, in this case, I'm hoping that he... Okay, good. Special attack down. Dragon Pulse. Perfect. I was slightly worried that he was going to do something like Muddy Water that would be a enhanced water move in the rain, but he did not. So even after all of his talk about taking advantage, apparently Sliggoo does not have a water move to take advantage of the rain against the fire type I brought. Thankfully. Okay, second gym, or second person, is going to be the Sun trainer. So they have fire types. Now again, this is the Dragon Gym. This is the only gym I can think of where they don't actually have every Pokemon be of that type. It's a really simple little thing, but it's so cool. So, Camilla, Ninetales, and Turtonator. I just realized that Sun weakens water, so this may not have actually been the best plan. But I think we'll still be okay. Ninetales is fairly defensively tanky, but I think we'll be okay. Especially because we're using Earth Power against Turtonator, not... And I think we're just going to double target here. Oh, whoops. Shell Trap. That's problematic. This could actually be bad. That should be fine. Probably? I'm trying to remember how Shell Trap works. Not very effective. Earth Power. As long as that doesn't trigger Shell Trap again, we're fine. And it was super effective anything. Okay, we're good. So Turtonator's down. Jared is almost down, but we should be able to deal with this. Malcolm wants to learn Hurricane. I don't think we want that. Yeah, it's a special move. So Jared... You know what? I'm thinking let's just do a quick swap here. We're gonna put Nick in. And Malcolm's gonna use Waterfall just in... So we're swapping Nick just in case, because he's a fire type. So if they use... Yep, there we go. I forgot it, he had Flash Fire also. So he absorbs fire moves. Malcolm's not hitting as hard as I would like. We'll have to make sure that he gets a few more levels here. Ninetales is also very defensive, which makes that a little bit trickier. I am slightly amused because this gym is going very quickly. This may end up being a 20-minute video after the half hour of prep. But you know what? At the end of the day, a lot of Pokemon is prep. Like, yes, there's a lot of playing the game, but the whole game is about catching Pokemon and training them. And that is not what happens in the fight. As odd as that sounds, or might sound, I feel like that's true? Okay. So, next one is going to be the ice, and ice, and for some reason this combination is kind of weird, but it's an ice and then a dragon fighting. What am I doing? We are finding a charcoal to give to Nick. I'm very confused as to... The music seems like it's being kind of weird here. Either not loading for the area or something. I mean, the battles are running at least, but it's just suddenly very quiet. So Snow Warning is going to make it Hail. Hail doesn't affect anything except for damage at end of turn for our Pokemon. So we are going to Flame Wheel Abomasnow, and we are going to Moonblast Hakamo'o. Boom, super effective. 4 times weak, super effective. Come on. I am slightly upset. My plan has been foiled. I think we can still pull this off, but I'm slightly more nervous than I was. So we don't have a great option for taking down Raihan's last Pokemon. Yep. We're gonna go to the stadium. So here's my problem. And I will double check to make sure that I'm seeing this right, but I'm pretty sure it's right. Yep. I have 4 rare candies. My plan was to use those 4 rare candies to get Dora to level 48 to evolve her before the fight. As someone who is familiar with basic math, 43 plus 4 is not 48. And I don't have any other way to level up until this. So she will not be able to evolve for this gym. So we're not going to be able to use her. Using an unevolved Pokemon in this situation, I'm going to give her like a Eviolite as a safeguard here. In case we need to like swap her in to take a hit at some point. But hopefully we won't. Okay, so let's go through here real quick. We want Juliet and Malcolm. We want to swap the Wise Glasses up to Juliet. Think we're okay, but Charcoal might not be very useful here. Honestly, Nick is unfortunately not going to be super useful here. Terra. I think I'm gonna go with the safety goggles. That'll prevent sandstorm damage. And like I said, I'm gonna give Dora the Eviolite. That'll give her effectively double defenses for both defense and special defense temporarily while she's holding it until she evolves. You can only use it on unevolved Pokemon. Like, she has a decent amount of special attack, but I don't think she has enough or enough HP to really one-shot their Pokemon like I want her to. Yeah, I think we're just gonna do this. We're gonna try it. I think for the sake of safety, I am gonna pop a couple of these rare candies. I know I can't get Dora evolved. A little bit more will be helpful in case we need to at least bring her in to finish it off. Dora wants to learn Roost? Sure. I like Roost. We're not going to evolve, or we're not going to use it on Jared because he's very close to leveling up already. Let's go on Malcolm. he was halfway there, but I want him to be able to definitely get this hit off and one-shot that thing if he can. Juliet's good. That's a 4 times weakness, so I'm confident there. Malcolm still may not be able to finish this off in one hit. That's okay. As long as we can get it a solid enough hit. Jared should level up immediately after this. So I guess the other ones... You know what? Let's just do this. I don't really have another good option, and having the ability to potentially have Dora get a hit in is good. I'm really worried about Duraludon. I feel like we can do it. I'm just worried about it. I'm also worried about this Gigalith, honestly. Should have expected no less from a Pokemon train that Leon saw promise in. Do you have any idea how high of a hurdle that is? As his greatest rival, I guess that I, Raihan, will have to show you. 2-on-2 battles. Must be prepared for anything. Okay. So, here's the trick. This is a Sandstorm battle. Sandstorm teams are my favorite weather. And what Sandstorm does is it makes Pokemon that are rock type have an increased special defense. Like Gigalith. Now, technically, rock is strong against bug and flying, and we're bringing a bug and a flying type. I am slightly nervous here, but I'm confident we can pull this off. Flygon is 4 times weak to cold. To ice. So we're going to start off with Ice Beam. It is a very powerful ice move. Malcolm is going to use Waterfall against Gigalith. And I'm going to hope for a flinch. Oh no. Thunder Punch? Okay. One hit on Flygon. I wasn't expecting Flygon to be so fast. That was an oversight on my part. Okay, Nick leveled up. Gigalith used Rock Blast. No! Well, that did not work out the way I wanted it to. Sorry, Juliet. Okay. You took out... Juliet was able to take out the Flygon I was worried about. So that's something. Let's bring Jared in. Jared has Levitate. Levitate is immune to Earth. As an Earth, or as a ground type, he's also immune to Sandstorm. And Gigalith should be neutral or weak to Earth. That was a really scary round. We almost lost both of them. Honestly, if that Thunder Punch had been a crit, that would have been it. Malcolm's 4 times weak to that. I'm glad we used those rare rare candy too. Okay, Gigalith fainted. Good. That means we only have to take 1 hit from Sandaconda this round. Glare. Okay. What does that do? Paralyze. Okay. And then he's going to bring out Duraludon. Crap, which means he's going to Dynamax this turn and use a really, really nasty move. We don't have... Okay. We can't trade Dora in because Duraludon is going to use is probably going to use a dragon type move. And dragons are weak to dragons, so Dora would be weak to it. So that's not a good option. We're gonna have to... I'm gonna Dynamax Jared. And we're gonna Max Quake Duraludon. He's a steel type, so he should still be weak to ground. Malcolm is paralyzed. As long as... Oh man, I keep thinking about worst case scenarios here. Duraludon could have... Some Duraludons have Thunderbolt as a coverage move. So if Duraludon has that, we're in trouble. But I'm assuming it's going to use its dragon move. So we're gonna risk it. We're gonna make it work. And we're gonna attack this Sandaconda. Bring the storm. My partner will send everyone in the stadium flying. Duraludon turns into a skyscraper. Okay. This is the one part of this entire series of fights. Like I said, the Gigalith and this. This whole scenario is why I spent an entire video trying to figure out how to do this. Okay, Jared. G-Max Depletion, yep, is gonna go first. I'm hoping he goes at Jared. Perfect. Max Quake. I don't think it's gonna one-shot, but it's gonna do a lot of damage. And it's going to raise our special defense for both Pokemon, which is just kind of a nice feature. Sandaconda's using Glare. That's actually problematic. Malcolm's going to use Waterfall. He was not fully paralyzed. That's good. Unfortunately, did not quite finish off Sandaconda. Okay. Okay, we need to finish off Duraludon this turn. We are going to use a Paralyze Heal on Jared and have him use Max Earth again. Or Max Quake again. I keep saying Earth instead of Ground. Perfect. Sandaconda is using Protect. So that could have been a problem. Okay. Oh my gosh. I was not expecting that. I don't even know what that would have been. Like what his base move for that would be. Okay. I was not expecting that. I was expecting for Jared to be down in yellow health. So I guess we have Jared use Max Mindstorm, and we use a Hyper Potion to make sure that Malcolm doesn't die. Or a Max Potion, rather. Okay. The battlefield got weird. So yeah, that was definitely a challenging gym. The concern I had about rock types against bug types was obviously founded. My hope was that the waterfall from Malcolm might have lost, but I still look good. Maybe I should snap a quick selfie. So yeah. I was hoping the waterfall from Malcolm could lead to a flinch. It was a risk. And I was not expecting a straight-on rock blast like that. It seems I've grown quite conceited for someone who can't even claim the title of champion. Overconfident in both myself and my team. I'll give you what you want then. Proof of victory, Dragon Badge. So yeah, like I said, this is probably my favorite gym in maybe any Pokemon because it is themed around a game mechanic as well as a type. It requires you to plan your team ahead or just have a well enough rounded team that you can just deal with all of it. You have to be able to deal with water types, fire types, ice types, and rock and ground types, as well as the dragon, steel, and fighting moves that his Pokemon, or the dragon Pokemon. It's really cool, and it's really scary, and I mean, obviously, I just spent an entire half-hour video prepping and planning and talking through options on how to make that work. And I don't honestly feel like I have a better immediate choice for that. Because nobody else was going to get Ice Beam. No, we didn't have another Ice type who would have been able to one-shot that Flagon. Maybe if we had gotten a chance to level Weavile up enough. I'll give you a battle to make you want to quit the gym challenge altogether. Tried out lots of different strategies. I've made up my mind about how I want to battle. I'm not going to lose. I can beat you and Lee. Okay. Go train hard in the wild area. Yep. Once you finish this, the wild area becomes fully open, and one of the things that means is we can now catch Pokemon of any level. We also can now get to the last area, which I believe has Pokemon between level 55 and 58. I don't remember if where we're at right now, okay. I don't remember if the wild area levels up at this point. If you're not familiar, there is actually, so the wild area, everything in the wild area after you beat the game is level 60. I don't think that happens until after you beat the game, but it might be happening right now. We have to talk, we should celebrate. The light that covered Hammerlocke, it was just like the darkest day. There's a giant Pokemon that went on a rampage and almost destroyed Galar. Using the energy from wishing stars. We don't know how to control the energy. In fact, we're not even sure who or what the heroes were. The legendary Sword and Shield. Magnolia says she's going to retire and give the lab coat over to Sonia. I actually really like this too. Like, as annoying as Sonia is on occasion with her interruptions for kind of obvious story stuff or repetitive story stuff, I really like the idea of her relationship with her grandma and this kind of passing of the torch, which is also really neat. It's up to you to figure out the truth. Okay. You or Hop could be the one to take down Leon. I don't want to miss that. Not to worry, you can count on me to take care of everything. You just focus on getting to Winden. Head to the station or you'll miss your train. Okay. So, Winden is up here. We're gonna take the route, or we're gonna take Route 10, or take the train to Route 10. Route 10 is up here, and is basically what is traditionally, it's the traditional last section of the Pokemon game that pretty much all of them have, where you have, in most of them you have to have, all the all the HMs in your team. In this case, there aren't actually HMs, so we have to just get through this route. There's going to be a bunch of difficult trainers along the way. And when we get to Winden, we're going to need to be at least in the low 50s, I believe. High 40s, low 50s. We have 3 more Pokemon we get to catch, I believe. Possibly more depending on how Route 10's laid out, but I think it's just 3. And then the only other Pokemon we've got left are the legendaries and the Slumbering Weald. Slumbering Weald being the area back at the very beginning. So we are going to do a little bit more leveling, probably a little more catching next time, a little organizing. I'm going to plan out both Route 10, or probably start planning out Route 10 and maybe part of Winden. We need to start kind of formalizing a team or finalizing a good endgame team, because there are a bunch of scary fights left towards the end, as well as obviously the legendaries and the story stuff, and then the championship fight, which is actually a very good championship fight. There's a bit of a jump at the end when we actually fight Leon. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm a little nervous. Thank you to Juliet for volunteering. I wish that it had worked out the way I was hoping it would, and not the way I was worried it would. Thank you for being able to take out that Flygon, and I'm glad we had you for that, and we will put you back on the list, so if we can catch something, we'll be able to have you join back in. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, please give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. And as always, have a good one. We'll catch you next time.